Hello everyone, I did a 6-speed transmission swap for my 1.8T Passat and I'm going to show you how I did it. In this video I'm going to fabricate the driver's side mount for the new 6-speed gearbox. I started by making a base plate for the mount and here I'm using a cardboard template to make it easier to mark all the shapes. And I wanted to make this from aluminium because it's lightweight and a nice challenge. Here I have the base plate all cut and all the bolt holes line up nicely. Then I needed to take some measurements from the 5-speed gearbox because I need to know where this bolt hole for this rubber mount is. And here is how I measured the length. Then I needed to measure the width and I used this center line on the gearbox housing to do that. Then based off those measurements I cut this piece of aluminium square tube. Here I have the square tube in place and I'm just going to tack it on. Now I have the mount here and I'm going to check my measurements that it is in the correct place. And this was my first time doing some aluminium welding, so all the welds are not looking that good, but they started to be a lot better in the end. Here the square tube is all welded to the base plate. So next thing is to make some supports for the square tube and I'm going to put two on the up side and one of these supports to the bottom side. Here I have the bottom support in place and I'm using acetone to clean all the parts before welding. This is how it turned out. now I'm test fitting the mount in the car and seeing where I need to put this piece of U profile where I'm going to then make the bolt hole for the rubber mount. Just taking it into place and going to see if it is in the correct spot. It does fit very good, and there is still some room for adjusting in the rubber mount, and I cut these pieces and which are going to make the structure a little stronger. Now it's all welded and going to test it in the car. I marked up the place for the bolt hole and drill it. Now let's just bolt this mount in the car and see how it turned out. The mount fits really nicely and I'm quite happy how it turned out. And thank you for watching and see you next time.